Welcome to Becoming, a space where we talk about who we're growing into, who we're being called to be, and what it looks like to live from a place of truth. I'm Laura, and I am so glad you're here. Today, I want to talk about something that shaped most of my life, long before I ever realized it was shaping me. It was the belief that I had to earn my worth. I grew up as the oldest of four girls. My dad loved us, but we had always imagined he was having boys. So all of my sisters and I grew up hunting, fishing, playing sports, and doing the things he pictured doing with sons. I remember hearing things like run faster, jump higher, throw harder, work harder. And he wasn't trying to hurt us. He was encouraging us in the only way he knew how. But somewhere along the way, I interpreted those messages differently. I started believing that my value came from my performance, that if I could just do more, achieve more, and accomplish more, then maybe I would finally be enough. But here's the problem with that mindset. There's always another mountain, another goal, achievement, another reason to believe you're still not enough. And I carried that belief everywhere into my career, my relationships, my leadership, even my faith. Without realizing it, I was living a life trying to prove my worth instead of living from my worth. Which brings me to one of my favorite lessons from John Maxwell, the law of the mirror. Maxwell says people must see value in themselves before they can add value to themselves. The first time I heard that, it stopped me in my tracks because I realized something. I was excellent in seeing value in everyone else. I could encourage my kids, my students, my friends. I could see potential in everyone around me. But when it came to me, I was still measuring my value by what I accomplished. And here's where Scripture speaks directly to this. Psalm 139 tells us we are fearfully and wonderfully made. And Genesis reminds us that we are created in the very image of God, which means your value isn't something you earn. It's something you carry. It's woven into you because of the one who made you. Maybe you've spent years taking care of everyone around you, building a career, raising kids, supporting a spouse, serving your community, and somewhere along the way you started believing your worth was tied to what you produced. But here's what I've learned. Your value doesn't rise when you succeed, and it doesn't fall when you struggle. Your value is already there because God placed it there. Growth doesn't begin when you finally become worthy. Growth begins when you realize you already are. That's the power of the law of the mirror. Because until you see value in yourself, you'll spend your life chasing validation from other people, and validation is a moving target. The truth is, you don't have to earn your worth. You don't have to prove your value, and you don't have to become someone else before you're worthy of growth. You already have value. The question is whether you believe it. So before we wrap up today, I want to leave you with one question. What would change in your life if you truly believed you were already enough? That